who do you think is going to be the greatest FPL assets next season?
Has to be Haaland, doesn't it? Well, it has to be. It's not
Well,
even.
I have this feeling Haaland is going to flop. I don't know why. I just have this.
No. You don't arrive in the country and play your first season in a country, which incidentally is the hardest, most competitive league in the world, and break records. You just don't do that if you're going to flop the next season. As you know, as this league is highly prestigious, it's unforgiving. You cannot come in and do what Haaland did. And let's be fair, he did it with minimal effort. He did it with a smile on his face. He did it while prancing around. He did it while looking good. It's not like he put his 100% into last season. He just knows how to be in the right place at the right time. He has that instinctive, skill for that. He's not the most technical striker. He's not the most quickest. He's not the most, intelligent. But he's in the right place at the right time. And as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the best I've seen in my life at doing that. And I guarantee you he'll score more goals next season. Guarantee it. I said it here first. He will score more goals next season.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, I know I sort of agreed with you when you talked about the possibility of Haaland probably not having as great a season as he did last season, right? And I feel that it has something to do with the fact that he's now priced 14 million. Even the FPL guys have done an article on how Henry and Robin Van Persie actually had worse seasons, right? After being priced at 14. And I think Ronaldo as well, because those are the only other three assets that have been priced that high in FPL. But I agree with Ben. Haaland is just a freak of nature, right? He's a beast of a physical specimen. He knows how to sniff out chances. He hogs big chances. Pep has basically instructed the team to play everything through him, right? Through the middle. And that's why he's developed this chemistry with Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne is still recovering from his hamstring injury. So knock on wood, it might be that it affects Haaland some way. But the truth is City just have very, very different ways of hurting opponents, right? And with Haaland being the arrowhead for the attack, they would seek to create tons of chances for him. And be rest assured that he's going to put away a lot of them. And Ben is right. He barely broke a sweat. I saw him many times effortlessly brush off defenders, right, to score goals. And that's why he's already in 85.5% of teams. And almost every registered manager by game week 1 deadline is going to be captaining him. And if you don't, and he goes crazy against Burnley, then you're going to regret it from the off, right? It's one thing to own him, right, and another to own him and not captain him. Of course, it's worse when you own him and not captain him than not. If you don't own him at all, then it's worse than owning him and not captaining him, or just owning him and leaving him in the team. So I can't look beyond him, to be honest. But if we're talking about which gems could be unearthed, like we saw what's his name, the Newcastle chap, have a purple patch for long periods last season. The Paraguayan guy, his name escapes me now. Almiron,
yeah.
Yeah, so we could have another Almiron this season at that price point, but yeah, it's difficult to know who is going to be. I see Barry has dropped off, but he was making a good point about also keeping an eye on the 3 promoted clubs because they have some good players. The only thing is that you don't know who's going to play more, who's going to be subject to rotation by their managers, and how exactly they would take to the PL, especially after having been away from it for so long. The likes of Luton and Sheffield United. Burnley was away for only one season. So and they have a very good coaching company now. For me, I think most of the good assets from the promoted teams are likely to come from Burnley rather than any of the other two.
Being a greatest asset for this season, as in for coming season, I know Haaland will deliver, right? But I always trust, and I have a feelings of King of the Egyptian king.
Salah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have a feelings for him for this season. Like for this coming season, I have a very 100% feelings for him.
Haaland came, Salah has actually been on fire.
You can't have both, though, can you?
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Can't have
can have
both.
True.
both. Yeah,
You
but there
cannot.
is a way. There is a way you can maneuver it. You have both.
Only
I
if you're
have my
willing to
team.
put Daffy Duck,
My
Mickey Mouse, and
my first
everyone in the
draft.
defense.
What you said?
You can't have both unless you're willing to put Mickey Mouse and Daffy Duck at centre back. It's not
Exactly.
going to
That's
happen,
what
is
I'm
it?
saying. That's what I'm saying. You need to you got to follow your guts. That's what I'm saying.
Because it leaves you with very
I have
little.
that
That's a
feeling.
lot of money. Those two leaves you with
Yeah,
very little left.
I know. Like once you have Haaland, you have Musala. There is no more money, but there is a way. Even I can have three people like that. Like I can have Ta, I can have Musala, I can have Haaland, and I can still get my team done. But if I do that, if I go by that, my team will not balance, and I have to make a team balance. But there is a draft I have, which I have Salah and Haaland, and I still have feelings Haaland will deliver
I think the
at least
stronger your
more.
knowledge,
Yeah,
the stronger your knowledge.
at least more than 200 points for this coming season. I'm serious. That's my belief, and I have that guts. I haven't said that. That doesn't mean that I will not have Alan. I will definitely have Alan because I know 100% of FPL managers will always have Alan. I will have Alan. But, when it matters most, I'm going to chip in Salah, like to use him if I want to use him for my captain or something. But I will definitely have Alan. I will definitely have Salah in my team. I will have both. So it's up to me how to maneuver my team.
Okay, so we all agree Haaland is the greatest asset for next season. So which player do you think
No,
would be
no,
the
no, no, no,
greatest?
no, no, no. I don't go. I don't go with that. I go with the Egyptian king.
Salah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.